A film which recently completed shooting in and around Sydney is Wanted, the first Korean feature to be made entirely in Australia. An action thriller, it stars Korea's top box office drawcard Park Joon-hun as Jae, a student who's mistaken for a gangster. The movie show visited the set of Wanted, which went into production following the traditional Korean pig ceremony, which is performed to appease the gods and bless the film with good fortune.
Good night, mate. No worries.
It's just a lot of running around and jumping behind corners and ducking bullets.
I was deliberating whether I wanted to do this or not, and essentially what it came down to was like, it'll be a lot of fun.
I didn't do it, Sonny. I didn't do it. Have a nice trip. You look just like Pacino. No! Yeah. No! Yeah.
The Gonski report on the Australian film industry stressed the value of foreign films being produced here. Well, why do foreign filmmakers want to make their films down under? And what value is it to us and our industry?
The only way they can survive in Korean movie industry, they have to work with other countries and make it like a mixed culture.
I look forward to continued cooperation between Asia and Australian filmmaking, and I think it's just a dreadful tragedy that in the last 20 years we haven't made more opportunities to do co-productions or joint ventures with Asian neighbours.
The policy of Australia is pretty open for film industry. So for like me, foreigner, it helps me a lot. That's why we chose Sydney.
상당히 좋았었는데요. 특히 모든 분들이 참 마음이 따뜻하고 우리 한국 사람들 같은 어떤 그런 좀 가족적인 분위기가 참 좋은 것 같아요. 경험해 보니까.
The director does not speak very good English. How have you coped with that?
Well, we have an interpreter, but in addition to that, there is a great universality of language in filmmaking. And Howard and I use that all the time. I mean, there are common terms which we've inherited over the years for rolling and cutting and action and all that sort of stuff. But at a greater level than that, there is an understanding of the intent of a film, the importance of performance, the priority of some actors within frames, all those sort of things which we take for granted as being the grammar of filmmaking are in fact very, very universal. Even though there is a universality of the way we approach film, there are subtle differences in the importance of humour, the way some things are hysterically funny to the Koreans here, which we Australians are a bit hummish about, and vice versa.
And I had a great time last week. Steve Bastoni and myself were just, you know, really hamming it up, and they were loving it. And so we're just having a ball, essentially.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the star of this program, the star.
Korean superstar Park Joon-hun came up with the concept for Wanted and plays dual lead roles.
One of them is Jae, who is a foreign student in Sydney from Korea, who has been here 3 years. Another role is Sunny, who is a Chinese gangster in Sydney. Then Jae will play as Sunny is another role, and Sunny will play as Jae. That means 4 roles. But I feel like I'm shooting 2 films together.
My name is Jae Kim.
You're Sunny Chow.
No, Jae Kim.
Stop lying, Chow.
I want to touch hearts as many as possible. That's why I'm doing this.
Now you're...
Sorry, my English is not great.
No.
But I believe you understand what I'm saying.
Don't you remember me? Public Enemy. I'm the actor who played the Sunny Show.
The guy kept bugging me.
You do remember, huh? Bugging you?
We go through a safe position for each person.
Wanted is intended as a spectacle, and monitoring the action sequences is legendary stunt coordinator Grant Page.
I think one of the best backgrounds for what I do is to have been a parent. If you look at what you're doing like a parent, and although the people you're dealing with are incredibly responsible in their own area, they're so busy and so intent on being creative that they tend not to look after the little incidental things, and in a kind of way that's what you tend to concentrate on. So it gets to be very demanding in that you don't get a break. You've got to keep your eyes open the whole time.
Is it fun, you know, sort of being a woman and walking around with that power weapon on the end of your arm?
Yeah, but I got a lady's pistol. I wish there were more than 5 rounds in it sometimes. Doing a scene with 6 gangsters with machine guns and you got like 5 rounds and you got like, what a bigger one.
The thing I'm most proud of in my work is that nobody has been hurt. And that becomes the higher priority even to what stunts you're doing. Doesn't matter how big they are, if somebody got hurt, they're a total failure. With America, we feel like the younger brothers. With Asia, we feel as if we're partners and part of the same thing, all building up at the same time. It's a good feeling.
On location with Wanted, a Korean film shooting in Sydney, with a lot of Australian input.